Hello and welcome back to The Long Road. You rejoin us in Prague after a very smooth run out of Nuremberg. The time is now 2 minutes to 4 pm on Thursday afternoon. We've been all around Europe so far this week, starting off in Hannover and moving on to Dortmund and Mannheim and south to Switzerland. So we've been on quite a journey already. It's the second time we're trying in Iveco Stralis today, and we're now going on our longest journey yet, 681 kilometres. Let's have a look at the route. So we're heading north out of Prague, going to skirt around Dresden, and first time going through the city of Berlin itself. As the daylight fades, we should be seeing things turn to nighttime around Berlin as we pass the Brandenburg Tor and continue our journey up north towards Rostock. And we may actually stop off in Rostock, so I've just routed us that way, and then we'll be heading off north to the Port of Kiel. It's the first or last point in Germany before we head into Scandinavia. So let's get ourselves on the road. So we are continuing taking refrigerated meats. So we had sausages last time, and the run again this time is with more meat on the road. So continuing a theme there. So it's 18 tons of pork this time. Let's get our lights on and get the window open. And hopefully we'll have a nice smooth run. But let's grab ourselves a cup of tea and get on the road. The gate is actually on the far right over there. Just going to crawl round. So we didn't see that much in the end of Prague. I thought we would be going into the centre. It's just the industrial outskirts. So chance for us to head back into Prague at a later date. We're struggling a little bit with the power of the Iveco here. Just slowly climbing up the speed. A generous amount of time on the clock today, and we'll definitely be needing a nighttime stop. So we're playing that around Rostock. We'll see where we land at that point, and whether indeed we make it that far north before nightfall to make an earlier stop. The job today is worth over 11,000 euros. We're currently sitting just shy of 27,000 euros, so pushing towards at least a third of what we need in order to purchase our very first truck, and keen to try out some different models over the next couple of rides. See even that car there slowing down for the speed cameras. Just running over the cruise control slightly there with the downhill stretch. Trying to to learn our lesson, not going too fast. As we approach this tunnel. That R sign there means that we've got the retarder brakes in operation for this vehicle today. So I think that's how it works. I could be wrong. Please do let me know if you know more about this. I'm keen to explore further about how to use the different braking systems, and some of them are available on some vehicles and not on others. Yeah, any guidance that you have would like to share, feel free to do so in the comments. Looks like we are about to cross the border into Germany. So let's slow ourselves right down. So as part of the Schengen agreement here, I think the border is pretty much borderless. You pass straight through from Czech Republic to Germany. Continue on to our skirt round Dresden. As I say, we have got a long way on our ride today, and I will pick you guys back up as we make our approach into Berlin. Hopefully with the sky will be nice and dramatic at that time of day. We'll see if we get any rain or other weather changes, but I'll see you very shortly. So you rejoin us as we discover Berlin on that approach in now to the city. There's a beautiful golden evening light. Shadows are getting longer on the road and the trees around us, and it's a great time to come into the city. I've enjoyed driving this Iveco. It feels like a simple, straightforward truck. No dramas, nothing overly complex, but it's been a smooth motorway cruiser. Berlin itself is a fascinating city. The divide was the Berlin Wall, East and West Germany. Spending a lot of time in East Germany as we've come up north here today, and certainly on the East German side, but historically wise, Berlin has got to be one of my favourite cities. You can walk around the city of Berlin and see artefacts and fragments of the remains of the wall. You've even got Mauer Park, which means wall park in German. And it's just incredible to see some of that history. A lot of the wall has been demolished and has been since 1989, but some of the history remains. It's a fascinating city to visit. Certainly curious as we make our approach this evening to see how much of that history is present in the Euro Truck Simulator 2, particularly some of those key sites. Take our time as we come through here. Let's put that parking brake on. It's just gone 8 o'clock in the evening. Still plenty of light. just see that sunshine peeping over the trees there. Those are U-Bahn stations modelled. Lifter down there to U-Bahn. These iconic yellow subway trains. And some of the many still in use. Like some of the more modern cities that have some of those hybrids that run between trams, essentially, and underground. See without stopping. Just about. The sun's right in our eyes now. It does look to me like we might have skipped around Berlin. I was kind of hopeful that we were going to drive right through the centre of Berlin. I'll have to have a look at the map in a second and see whether we've just slightly incorrectly mapped that route. But I'm not entirely sure where we're headed. Not going through the centre. Apologies if that's the case, and we'll get a moment to pull over in a second, double check the map and see. Certainly gives us an opportunity to go back to the centre of Berlin for a delivery, if indeed that's the plan. That was not very clever, was it? Let's see what it was. So I'm usually slow for a car though. Trees here are much thinner. You see in southern Germany. Contrast of sunset behind us with the foreboding sky in the distance there. The light is really gorgeous. It blends with the road there. We've still got over 7 hours left on our drive with light fading, so we'll be making our stop before too long. Seen signs for Berlin Central, so I'm not sure what happened there, whether we've done a bit of a loop in order to get back into Berlin, we'll just have to see in a moment. This is definitely off plan in terms of where we're going. But if there's an opportunity to go into Berlin here, I'd rather do so than disappoint. So let's see, we've got plenty of time. A little detour here wouldn't mind too much, so I think I will continue to follow signs here for Berlin Central, and let's see if we can have a little look at those sites after all. The Brandenburg Gate, particularly at nightfall, is absolutely gorgeous. Just been the particular approach road that we took on that road past Dresden required us to go this way. Probably created a longer road in doing so. So we are indeed approaching Tempelhof in southern Berlin, just as that last light begins to fade. We will indeed be going into the centre of Berlin, which is fantastic. Curious to know if anyone's been to Berlin before. Where's your favourite part? So much different character going on. The Tiergarten area, Potsdamer Platz, Checkpoint Charlie. There's a lot to see. Probably won't see it all this evening, but maybe we'll get a taste. There you go, there's one of those trains. It's a characteristic yellow and red. That's great to see. So Kaiser Dam here. It certainly does feel very luxurious to take such a detour, but I feel it's entirely necessary to take in the character. So we'll put onto our approach here. Stop at the lights. Catching the last of that evening light. Handbrake on. Just taking a wide turn around here. believe this is part of the Tiergarten model work. You can indeed go off in all different directions here in real life. That's amazing with the evening light, very characteristic. Is the Brandenburg Gate, the Brandenburg Tour. Yeah, we're essentially going to do a loop of it. Why not? If you approach from sort of central Berlin and you're wanting to surprise a friend who's visiting Berlin with you, do is you can actually go through all the back streets left and right here and there, and you come out onto that Brandenburg Gate, and it's an absolute shocker. You don't see it until you're there. You avoid the main Strasse, the main street. There's a filter on the left lane there. Excuse me. Well, I suppose technically speaking he was in the lane and I wasn't. I was entering. So we'll let him go. Hopefully he will lead the way. Another open question here. Would love to know what people's favourite model city in Euro Truck Simulator 2 is. I'm still yet to experience many of them. It's one of my first big city experiences. It'd be great to hear what your thoughts are, and any that are done particularly well. Certainly enjoying Berlin tonight. Light in the cab at this time. Sure he's right away is here. Hopefully else. Missions in this Iveco Stralis model is that we don't have the integrated sat-nav. As you probably gather by now, I'm not obviously well versed enough with the road network to be able to do this without a map of some kind. There's obviously had a bit of distraction to see the map here, but it's very important to know where we're going. Clips of the Brandenburg Gate as we pass. site. One of the features that's been brought in recent years, something to still explore how the functionality works. That's the wrong way. Slight detour. No worries. So in terms of mods today, we do have the weather, realistic weather mod still switched on, and we do also have the real trucks obviously. I don't have the traffic mod running at the moment. I want to make some further adjustments to that. It still seems to be affecting performance a little. Station down there. Nicely modelled. I've seen the Detour. Okay, there are a couple more sites in Berlin to see. Question mark down there might be of a recruitment agency or a vehicle dealership. So I need to start exploring those at some point soon. Descend into the darkness as we head out of the city and the lights change. Put ourselves onto the main road, and once we're there, we'll fast forward a little bit to our night stopping point towards Rostock. See how much further it was in us before dead of night. Well, it certainly was fun to visit Berlin, and I'm glad that we made the stop. Leave you with the last of the evening sky. I'll touch base again once we arrive at our layover point. For now, let's just enjoy that last of the evening sky. So welcome back and good morning. What a change in sight that is to see some morning lights, and as you can see we've got our Globus trailer here and Iveco Stralis in a nice deep shade of red on for the final stretch of our journey along to Kiel in the north of Germany, and we are ready to get on our way. We did eventually find somewhere to stop. The first place was not where we could stay, so lesson learned there, and we did also discover a Renault garage as well. But yeah, we have 4 hours left on the drive, still plenty of time left on the overall drive with Stena Line. They've given us plenty of time for this run, so we are able to crack on really now in the light of day, so onwards and upwards. Interesting to explore the Renault garage at some point and see what options are available for purchase. And on this last stretch as well, as we come out of Rostock and on to Kiel, we should be seeing some different sights, the Baltics and near the coast, looking out for that first sighting of the sea as well. Would I go for the Iveco Stralis? There's a question. It's odd. There's some things that I really like about it. And there's some things that I really don't like about it. I love the manual nature of it. It's just a truck. No sat nav. It's straightforward. The dials make sense. It drives nicely. It's really easy to handle. But there are options as well. It's certainly good to go the longer run today. That's how we get on. Morning traffic here as we come along this A road. Northern Germany has so much character as well, so different to the Bavarian south that we've been in, far more industrial, the likes of Hamburg, Lübeck. Hopefully we'll have a chance to come down through Hamburg after a trip into Scandinavia. Of course we don't fully know if we can go to Scandinavia yet, we will be dependent entirely on the job board, but my hope is that there is an option for us to cross over with a ferry go further north, using that Scandinavian expansion we have. Some boats over here. Get that real sense of it being a sort of seaside port town. Speeding would be okay. Not the fastest of trucks. It's a challenge. nice and cool with our refrigerated thermoking trailer. Just 3 hours and 30 minutes. Arrival now. Plenty of time. Just doing that window up there. Remove some of that excessive noise now that we're on the motorway. So onward we travel, and we'll pick things back up again as we get towards Kiel. Hopefully the first sighting of the sea. See you in a moment. So you rejoin us just an hour out now from our destination in Kiel. Just been around Travemund and a few sights there. Just to see in the distance some of the ports, but certainly not seeing the sea just yet. The weather's come over a bit cloudy. Our final run into Kiel. And I expect we'll be seeing the sea soon. Beautiful sort of estuaries here, little rowing boats and boat houses and things. Discovered Kiel, although we're not seeing the sea just yet. Just going to drop that speed down a little bit. The most northerly point we've come in Euro Truck Simulator. Got IKEA on the left over there, and the official branding. Streets as we drive through here into Kiel. I think it is saying straight ahead to the ferry, so high hopes here for some good sights on the final destination of our rather long trip today. See Stena Line in the distance. Got a train station there as well. Nice overhead roof structure. Indeed, we have made it to the seaport. Some boats in the distance over there. Hopefully we'll be boarding one of those soon in the very next episode. Loving the industrial character. That is gigantic. So here we are at Stena Line, just shortly before midday on Friday. For Down Friday, as it's called in the industry. I rested after an overnight stop in Rostock, and here we are at Stena Line Seaway Ferries. So let's see where they would like it. Okay. Should be doable. One topic to finally discuss before I get too engrossed in parking is boarding and onboarding ferries. My understanding is that some are modelled absolutely beautifully, others are more of a kind of drive to the dock situation. Hopefully we can experience a bit of both and how that's modelled. I believe some of the newer DLCs it's been modelled a little bit more better. That's a very ambitious angle. Let's see if we can put it through. So straighten up and try that again. Yep. Making some progress. We'll ask a question on the channel in one of the polls if anyone would like to see a detailed playthrough of the driving tutorial, which as far as I understand is very detailed and takes you through various different manoeuvres and skills within how to handle a HGV. If you'd like to see that played through as a mini-series at some point, please do let me know. I'd be very happy to do so. See how that matches up, particularly against kind of HGV driving in the UK and in Europe. For now, we are in. If we can get it right. freshness behind the wheel of the Iveco Stralis. Let's get back in the cab. Well, there we are. It's ready to detach the trailer. Thank you so much for joining us on 876 kilometres, 20 hours and 4 minutes, and certainly our longest ride yet, and well into level 5. I'm really pleased to see we got that long distance delivery bonus there as well. And yeah, let's see where we want to apply that next skill point. So we did put high value cargo on last time, and we have done some hazardous cargo as well. I think I'm going to go with the hazardous cargo. I think it's really interesting, and let's have a look at adding flammable liquids. You see these all over the roads in the UK, and hopefully there'll be plenty to pick up there with further ADR certificates. So let's apply the skill point there. So once again, thank you very much for watching us, and I think we'll leave it there for today. If you've enjoyed this journey, please do consider subscribing to find out when the next one's coming up. It'll be in the middle of next week, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you again on another ride soon. But thanks very much for riding today. Just noticed this last little mention here. From now on, you can purchase your own trailers and upgrade or paint them to match your truck. So I can visit the trailer purchase. So we are one step closer to purchasing our own truck. Now just under 38,000 euros. So thanks again. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.